Big game coverage live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Do we talk about a fumble already? We dropping headphones and all kinds of fun stuff. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How y'all doing today?
Dude, it's live radio
long
on
day.
Radio Row, man, on in San Antonio, Cowboys country. But I know you want to talk Bengals. You're doing that podcast with them. But let's catch up a minute, man. How's life treating you?
Life is good, man.
Pull that a little closer.
Life is good, man.
There you go. That's good, man. You look good.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, you look good.
Trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, I see that.
Keeping my hands quick.
I like that. I like
trying to stay young, man. Health as well.
So what's the buzz like with this Bengals football team?
Oh, it's electrifying back home. The whole city is going crazy. Like I was telling somebody earlier, you walk in McDonald's, you get maybe a free little coffee. Everybody at the Kroger's happy. You know what I mean? So it's a good atmosphere back home.
Well, isn't it always that way for you, though?
Yeah, but not for everybody. But right now, I'm talking about everybody who's ever played for the Bengals and all the Bengals fans, even the people that's working behind the counters. It's just a lot more nicer.
We've been out here in Los Angeles since, Sunday? So today's Thursday, 4:39 back home. I'm looking at, we got a nice Airbnb out near the USC campus.
Yeah.
And if that's South Central.
Yeah.
And, so we drive, it's about 10, 12 minutes to downtown. You get down to this area and you can tell it's Super Bowl week, right?
Yeah, you can.
You drive 2 minutes the other way and you don't even know a game is going on. We've seen one car that had a Rams flag on it, and I promise you they just bought it. It looked brand new.
It's definitely the opposite in Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody got Bengals flags. It's like the president is election time. You know what I mean? They got people selling T-shirts at every gas station. Everybody in Cincinnati knows that the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl, and they're very excited, man. And you can tell it, and you can feel it in the atmosphere. I mean, in the air. Everything is bananas back home.
Let me ask you about Joe Burrow because he's the guy there, right? And just taking it, I think would have liked to have played with him as quarterback, other than some of the guys you played for or with, I should say.
Yeah.
You didn't like Andy Dalton too much.
I didn't say I didn't like Andy. I'm saying I was telling y'all what I had to deal with as a teammate or as a player. Like me and Andy personally, I have no problem with Andy.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Me and Andy never had a problem. I respect Andy and you know what I mean, like him as a person. I'm just saying football-wise, what's the difference,
Gotcha. So there's a big difference, though, in Burrow, isn't it?
Yeah, a very big difference. The confidence, the swagger, you know what I mean, the grit. He can make every throw on the field. I'm not saying that Andy couldn't, but it's a different kind of grit in between Andy and Joe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe's one of those guys you want to take with you on a black owl, a black hole, and you say, all right, we're going to get to fighting tonight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take Joe with me. You know what I mean? Because I know Joe is going to at least give me 100% and fight back with me. I couldn't say I would take Andy on the other hand. You get
Gotcha.
I hear you.
That's all I was saying.
That's kind of like
it was
you, though.
personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy to take it to a foxhole when it's time to get it on. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Or perform up under pressure. But yeah, that's all I was saying.
I got you.
That's fair enough. Now, Adam, when you think about Joe Burrow, the confidence, I've heard people describe the confidence, obviously swag, cocky. He doesn't come across as arrogant.
No.
Yeah, defensive backs, you got to have some arrogance to play that position, right?
What's the arrogance?
Arrogance, confidence?
Confidence. Yeah.
But when you see somebody that plays with arrogance, people don't like that, but they like the confidence or the cocky. As a player in the locker room or competing against, do you notice that, and can you tell the difference, and tell me what the difference is between them?
Oh, yeah, because you hear stuff, you look at film, you can tell where a person carry themselves. You can tell the way they talk or walk. You know what I mean? The different level of confidence in certain players. So for instance, when we playing against, I'll use Tom Brady as an example. When we playing against Tom Brady, you're getting after him a little while. He's one of those guys that gets the fire up on him. And if he get the end of it, hey, man, I told you I was going to get you at the end of the game. You know what I mean? So, that's all about it. It's the difference between being too cocky, but I think he shows and he leads by example. That's why he carries himself like that. I'm quite sure, and I know he's the first person at the stadium. He's the last person at the stadium to leave. He's doing all the other little things to. I've been around those guys over there to act the way accordingly that he's acting. Joe Mixon is one of my closest friends. He's my boy. So all the stuff that he's telling me, this come before just seeing him on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and you can't. It's nothing too much you can say about it when they playing at a high level. It's just like, hey, Michael Jordan did the same thing. You're gonna be mad at Michael Jordan?
Nope.
Tom Brady did the same thing. You're gonna be mad at Tom Brady.
I love Joe Burrow.
You know what I mean?
I love it. Everything about
when guys playing at that type of level, man, you know, you can get other guys to play at the peak.
Well,
You know
I
what
mean, yeah. And you were like that. I mean, I loved watching you play ball because you had that confidence about you that nobody was going to beat you.
Yeah.
Was there a quarterback? Was it Brady, or was there a quarterback that you feared maybe a little more than others?
I wouldn't say fear,
Yeah, well, that's the wrong word, right?
but Brady, those guys are very smart, and they go back to the sideline. They watch every little detail.
Yeah.
So if you BSing on the backside of the play and not taking the over route, they see it immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So little stuff like that is what gets you exposed. And I think Brady was one of the best. I think Peyton Manning was the best as far as seeing little stuff like that. Now,
Right.
I do think Tom was a better quarterback than Brady, but I'm just saying as far as paying attention to details, it's better. No better example is when Denver won the Super Bowl, and God bless him, but Peyton Manning couldn't throw the ball that good that year, but he found ways and seen when they was in different defense. When he checked the play to that screen, it was probably one of the most brilliant plays in football.
Yeah.
So little stuff like that fans and everybody else don't pay attention to details when guys like myself are like, golly, I can't believe he just did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Adam Pac-Man Jones joining us here on the Blitz. He's hosted the Believe in Bengals podcast on the Believe Podcast Network. Of course, All-Pro and Pro Bowl cornerback. Spent some time with our Dallas Cowboys as you moved around the league. Now, you know, I'm a long-suffering Cowboy fan.
The time is coming.
We've been saying that for a long time, Pac-Man. Now,
ain't long than what the Bengals were saying, though.
Well, again, the Bengals have been saying that. What does Cincinnati have to do on Sunday to get that trophy back and have a parade there in Cincinnati?
I would say exploit the secondary. Of course, we know the guys up front. We know Aaron Donald is by far the best defensive player in probably the last, 10, 15 years. He can change the game by himself. So we got to figure out a way to get the ball out fast. And they got some guys that only been playing for 2 weeks in their secondary.
Yeah, that's right.
Would have been at home on the bench. So it's got to be some kind of way that we can exploit his legs or something during this game. So that's my big key factor, and special team with McPherson. He's my MVP, man. He haven't missed one kick in the postseason. That's freaking like impossible, or like it's crazy. Like he's averaging 12 points a game,
which is nuts. Although he can't kick 4 field goals in this game and expect to win, can he?
I don't see why not. I think our defense is pretty good too. We don't have the guy that you have up front, but as a collectively group, I think our defensive back is a little better than your defense. I mean, than the Rams. Defense.
Yeah, it ain't mine. I hate that. Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan, but your defensive back's better than ours too. I can tell you that.
Y'all are all right. Y'all are pretty good too.
I got one.
I think we're a better defensive back group.
Yeah.
I think our coaches have been over there. They know how the game flow.
Yeah.
They know what McVay do. I don't know. I think it's going to be way closer.
Yeah.
I think if it's a close game, Bengals win by a field goal, maybe 4 points.
Well, and again, I like Bengals in 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to go with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Adam Pac-Man Jones from the Believe in Bengals podcast on the Believe Podcast Network. Good seeing you, man. It's been a while.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Adam Jones joining us here on the Blitz here on Radio Row.